What up, everybody? It's your boy, Pyro Slays Music. And today we're checking out some Crimewave 66, their newest EP, which is self-titled. This features Matt Freeman from Rancid. And honestly, he's probably my favorite thing of Rancid. So I'm pretty excited about this little side project we have here. But I'll be honest, the side project I'm most curious about with the Rancid group is Doom Raider. They changed their name like twice, so I'm or maybe once. I can't remember. Doom Regulator. I think it's Doom Regulator. That's some good stuff. I want more of that. They dropped like one track, and I was like, man, we need more. We need more, and we haven't seen anything since. It was a real dick tease, to be honest with you. What are you going to do? Catch 22. Let's jump on in. Okay, so, I mean, I wasn't sure what I was expecting here, to be honest with you. But this was funny because it almost had like an 80s rock feel with some really high bass. And then the chorus was almost new wavy. But again, it's like something you would have heard in 80s rock, the way that kind of... maybe even earlier than that, Lunatic Fringe, like that kind of. That's what it kind of reminded me of a little bit. Their big one. I can't even think of which is it Red Rider? Oh my gosh, it's been a minute. But yeah, that Lunatic Fringe song. Just the vocals, the way that hits in the chorus area, kind of reminded me of something along that lines. Now, I'm to be clear, I like this, but I definitely think this is like. I'll probably go like with a 6 here. I'm liking the sound, but it wasn't as complex as I thought it might be. I thought maybe it would pop off with the bass a little harder than that, but it is interesting to have that bass mix up a little bit more. Honestly, I kind of like that because I really struggled to notice, the bass in a lot of this style of music. So let's jump over to Johnny Ringo. Okay, so first off, I gotta say I like the lyrics, and I really liked how these vocals sound. But again, I feel like the instrumental is just super tame here. Just to be honest, playing it super safe, almost to a point where it sounds like to me, I'm getting like some old school rock vibes, and it's just not different enough to separate from stuff I'm already enjoying that sounds like this. I'm intrigued. I like where this is going lyrically. I like the vocal sound. There's not enough grit there to call it punk for me. Not enough speed to call it punk. I would say that this is just like your typical kind of rock band, what we got going on here. Not exactly what I expected. I like it because it has a nostalgic kind of sound for me. But it's also not, it's not something I feel like I'm coming back. I might be coming back to. I don't know. Let's go with a 5.5 on that one. But again, I do like the lyrics. Even if it got a little repetitive towards the end. I'm going to come back to it for sure. It's going in a playlist. Pima County. Real quick, y'all. Real quick. Whether I love or hate this EP, regardless, I want to say, make sure you go over and support your artist. If you're a fan of Crimewave 66, make sure you go over, buy some merch, some live ticks. If they're out doing their thing, I don't know if they're actually out doing stuff yet, but I mean, you can support Matt and Freeman in several other ways. I'm not sure about the other peeps in the band, but obviously, Matt's part of Rancid and so on and so forth. And you can buy merch, live tickets, etc. Again, if you can't afford that, which, like me right now, you can do something that's decently easy and just go follow them on their socials and be a part of their community. Have some fun. Yeah, like I said, whether I hate this EP or would love it, I'm still going to highly suggest that. Just because something's not for me doesn't mean it's not for somebody else, right? Pima County, let's restart this song. Okay, so this is straight up cock rock. I mean, this is straight out of the 80s. I was hearing bits of Crew in here. I was hearing LA Guns. Just with oh man, I don't know. I personally am nostalgic towards this kind of music. I grew up listening to 80s hair bands and shit. It's just it's funny because it's like right on the edge of that. But it straight up sounds like mainstream 80s rock to me. I like that little swap up thing they did with the. I don't really know what the hell it was. It was a guitar. I like that rock that way. Yes, I actually kind of like that. That was a nice little swap up. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. This thing probably want to play this and see what happens with it. I just listen. It's not doing anything new. I know, but I kind of like the sound just because, again, it's nostalgic to me. But I don't see it living long in a playlist either. So let's just go with like a 5 here, okay? But I'm gonna put it in a playlist. So maybe call it a guilty pleasure 5. I don't really care. Wall of Death is the final track here. So this one showed a little bit of some mix-ups with the production and the mixing, like from ear to ear, which I was a fan of. And honestly, I wanted more of that. Just something to take my mind off comparing it to like that older rock sound. And it was a little easier here because you had a little bit more of that surf rock going on, at least what I would call it. So this one, I think, sounded the most different out of all of the tracks here. So let's talk about this EP. I don't think this is a game-changing EP in any, you know what I mean? Like, it's not mind-blowing because it does compare to a lot of older stuff that we've heard already. So, okay, there's that. But the production sounds nice. Almost too nice, you'd argue, if you're going for a little bit more of that punk rock sound. Clearly doesn't sound like that. It sounds like they're going for just kind of your typical mainstream rock sound. So you have that. The lyrics on here were really solid, honestly, in my opinion. So I think there's a lot like of positives here. I think the vocals are great. I think the lyrics are great. There was times that it reminded me a lot of 80s rock, but that wasn't a problem. It was missing some spice. It needed a bass solo. Come on, we have fucking Matt Freeman here. It's somewhere in here we need to pop off with a bass solo, just something to swap up that sound so it doesn't sound like something so generic. All of these tracks are going in a playlist. That being said, because I want to listen to them a few more times. I like where the sound's going, but I think there's a lot of like it needs some spice of some sort going on here. Other than that, I mean, it's not bad. Like again, all 4 tracks in a playlist. I think with this EP though, we're going to go. I'm gonna go the 4-5 on this EP. I don't think this is a great EP, but I will say that is mainly due to the genericness of the product. I just think it compares to a lot of stuff we've heard previously, and you're gonna have that in music. But I feel like if I wanted to listen to this style, there's still 80s hair bands that are still trying to do the same sound. You know what I mean? Maybe not hair bands, but like rock bands that are really still doing the same shit. And it's overdone. So there was some interesting stuff there for sure going on, especially in those final 2 that I felt like added a nice little spice comparatively to the first 2. And honestly, I would love to see them just maybe add a splash of some ska in here, just something to spice it up a little bit and throw it off. Like I get when you do something different than the projects you currently have when you're doing a ska punk, right? And maybe you want to get away from that. That makes sense to me. It's just I feel like if this is the sound that wants to be explored, it just needs a little bit more. Needs some paprika. You know what I mean? It needs a little pow. Other than that, that's what EPs are for, right? That's the point of EPs, are throwing it out there, see what people think, the general audience maybe, or even just to see what, like your ideas that you're throwing around. You're like, hey, let's see what people think about this. And it's a great way to get, some info on that, or even to see how you're happy with something like this. So no shame on any of these guys for trying this or anything like that. To be clear, I like that they tried something different. It just wasn't what I was expecting at all. I was expecting a little more punk rock, and I thought it'd be a little more bass oriented, just to be honest with you. That being said, again, please go check out Crimewave 66 if you enjoyed this EP. Follow them on your socials and everything else. You guys know what to do, right? You guys know what to do. If you enjoy it, get your asses over there. Get it done. As for me, I'm Pyro Slays Music. I hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. Please, if you have a disagreement, drop it in the comments. If you have an agreement, drop it in the comments. Damn it, people. Are we so late? We can't even drop comments anymore? Golly. God, the people are so lazy, they ain't even dropping hate comments anymore. Actually, I don't like this. I don't like hate comments. So don't be nice. So be nice. Golly. But yeah, I'm Pyro Slays Music. And until next time, ta-ta.